What is a short sale and how does it work? That video starts now. Hey guys, Zach Heen here, Scottsdale Homes by Heen, Realty One Group. We are talking short sales today. So what are they? How do they work? A short sale means someone is underwater, the other term that you might have heard. Underwater means they owe more than their current house is worth. So if they went to sell it, they would actually have to pay the bank more if they had a mortgage than what they would receive. Say their house is worth $200,000 and they owe $250 on it. They sell it for $200,000. Guess what? The lender, the bank who owns it, says you still owe me $250. So that means there's not enough to cover what they're in debt for their house, the mortgage or the lien against their home. A short sale works like this. If they owe more than what they're going to get on their house, they have to meet with the bank and agree on a short sale. Now the bank or lender who owns their lien is going to set the price. They might not take a certain offer that they want, that the sellers say, let's take it. It's not up to the sellers, it's to the lien holder, which is the bank or the mortgager. So in this case, the bank or the lender has all the control. It's not up to the seller. It's up to the seller only to implement the short sale and request it. Now when the bank or lender agrees to a certain price or to a contract, meaning someone wrote an offer to buy this person's house and the bank agrees, saying, yes, that's fine, we'll let it go for $250 even though they owe $3 on it. You're in contract then. So what happens is it's going to take not a 30-day escrow, it could take up to 6 months because the banks are slow and they require a lot more paperwork. So the buyers need to relax during this time. The other thing is if the market changes, it could be going up or go down. And I've seen in the past when the market goes up, the banks right before that 6-month time period closes, they want more money. They say, guess what? The house is worth more. We did another appraisal. We want more money for it. And that happens where the buyers get frustrated. It is a frustrating process sometimes. I've sold and listed many short sales in my career in real estate, and they are a lot more work, but they're beneficial to both sides. The buyers get a great price most of the time. The sellers are happy just to be done with it and move on. So at the end of the day, it's great for all parties. So a question might be, when can you buy a short sale? Well, if it's on the market and on the MLS, it's available to submit an offer. Doesn't mean that price is locked in. The bank or lender who owns that house is going to set that price, and sometimes they don't do it until after an offer comes in. All right, let's talk pros and cons of buying a short sale. Let's start with the pros. A lot of the time, the buyer will buy the property under market value. So they are getting a deal on this property. The seller normally wants to just unload it, so they don't want to negotiate a whole lot. That helps make it easier. They're okay with taking a loss, or they're not picky like most sellers can be. The seller's avoiding foreclosure, and you as the buyer, you have less competition because a lot of people don't want to wait. They don't want to wait 6 months for a short sale to close, and they don't want to deal with all that. So there's less competition with short sales. So that's the pros. Now let's talk the cons. It takes forever, like 6 months. The bank moves very slow. The buyer also is buying the property as is. So they can't go in and start demanding things to be fixed. And the other thing is, if the buyer has a loan, meaning they're getting a loan to buy this property, this short sale, there's still going to be appraisal. If the appraiser goes in and notes things that the property's unfit for the loan and they need to be fixed, the seller is not going to fix them because they're already losing money. They're walking away from it. So a lot of times if the buyer wants this to close, they're going to have to pay to fix these items, and it's not even their house yet. But that's sometimes the only way that these can close. So the biggest thing I advise my buyers on if they want to purchase a short sale is be patient. It could take 6 months. It could take, I've heard of going over a year. So that's kind of the time frame you got to expect when you go in to buy some of these short sales. But at the end of the day, you get a great house, usually for a great price, usually under market. And like I said, it ends up being win-win for both sides. All right, I hope you enjoyed this video. Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down, whatever you'd like. Please comment below. It helps me and it helps the people watching the video also learn more about the topic. And hit subscribe if you'd like. I'm constantly adding videos that will be beneficial to you as someone who's interested in real estate or Scottsdale in general. So have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon.